Everyone is talking, posting, and performing. Some people choose silence. They scroll, they observe, but they rarely share. No selfies, no status updates, just presence, invisible but aware. To some that might seem mysterious or even suspicious, but psychology sees something else. People who stay low-key online often have a stronger sense of internal validation. Their worth doesn't depend on hearts, likes, or comments. They've learned that peace grows in privacy. They understand something most of the world forgot, that not everything valuable needs to be seen. These quiet ones don't reject connection. They just prefer depth over display. They talk when it matters. They share when it's real. And behind that silence often lives a mind that's watching, learning and understanding more than most will ever notice. Psychologists call it self-determination, the need for autonomy, competence, and inner control. People who don't post much are protecting these needs. They don't want the internet shaping their identity or their emotions. They want ownership of their inner world. Social media runs on social comparison. Who's happier? Richer, prettier, more successful. But those who step back from that game preserve their mental clarity. They know how easy it is to get lost in the illusion of perfection. They've learned that privacy isn't secrecy, it's self-respect. When you stop performing, you start existing. And when you stop chasing validation, you discover something more powerful. Peace. It's not about being mysterious. It's about being free. The less someone speaks, the more they see. Those who don't post are often the ones who notice details. The way people move, the pauses between words, the truth beneath appearances. Their silence is not absence, it's awareness. Studies show that people who spend less time broadcasting their lives tend to be more introspective. They process experiences privately before sharing them. If they share them at all, they're not antisocial. They're deeply social, just not publicly. They build small, genuine circles where conversation replaces caption and emotion replaces emojis. Their fulfillment comes not from views, but from understanding. They see through noise and focus on meaning, because while the world is performing, they're observing the script behind it. People who don't post often have high emotional intelligence. They understand that attention is addictive and that oversharing can quietly drain self-esteem. They're careful with their energy, selective with their audience, and intentional with their words. Their quiet confidence comes from self-containment, the ability to process emotions without turning them into content. They don't need to prove their happiness. They live it. They don't need to announce success. They build it. And they don't need to share their pain. They heal in private. This emotional discipline isn't coldness. It's wisdom. It's the realization that not every truth deserves an audience, and that the most beautiful parts of your life are the ones that don't need validation to be real. There's a quiet revolution happening, a return to privacy. More and more people are choosing to live, not post, to experience sunsets instead of recording them, to talk face-to-face instead of texting every feeling. And maybe that's the truest form of intelligence, knowing what to keep sacred. Because mystery is not emptiness, it's depth, and depth in a shallow world is rare. So if you're someone who doesn't post much, don't apologize. You're not being left behind. You're simply standing still in a world that forgot how. Your silence isn't distance, it's discernment. You've learned that peace loves privacy, and that a quiet life can still be a loud statement. Because sometimes the wisest thing a person can do, in a world obsessed with being seen, is to simply beautifully stay unseen.